You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stroman.
And we love to help improve your home and improve your life. And sometimes improving your life is as easy as just being very aware of your health.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that when you know how to not only be healthier, you're going to be happier, but there's things that you can do in your home and your garden that you now can incorporate into being healthier and save money at the same time.
Right. We've talked about growing your own food, obviously, which is a great thing to do for kids, for parents alike, to know where your food comes from and that it is, in fact, a healthy way to make it. And, you know, you got healthy soil, organic soil, for example, vitamin-rich, mineral-rich content in everything you grow. So you can take it one step further, can't we?
Why not have an herbal remedy that you grow? I mean, you go to these different stores like, Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or any, local mom and pop vitamin stores or wherever it is. And everyone, or websites, there seems to be all these different promises that this herb thing, and fill in the blank, it's going to make you feel younger, it's going to cure cancer. But there are some real things out there that do success and do provide solutions. I mean, you do a lot of herbal stuff, don't you? You do a lot of vitamins.
Now here's my thing.
Yeah.
I do the fish oil. I do the curcumin.
Cumin.
What is it called again? Shoot. I'll think of it in a second. I also do the...
you do a lot.
Yeah, so much. I obviously need something for memory. You got any ideas?
I think that what you say you were taking, it's like the curry, right? Isn't that what you're taking?
Yeah,
you'll look it up and get back to us.
Look it up.
Well, while we're hearing what Eric takes, let me tell you about what are some of the homegrown herbal remedies, because these are some true and proven things that are going to basically help you with your health. All right, and these are things that you can grow throughout the state and throughout the country, and they're easy, and they have historically medicinal values. So here's something. It's called the calendula, better known as the marigold flower, that bright, beautiful golden flower. It's
by the way, I was right, but it's you know it as turmeric.
Yeah, right, like curry.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, that's supposed to be an anti-inflammatory.
Good.
But clearly it hasn't helped with memory.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Calendula is going to, in this beautiful pot marigold flower, it's a centuries-old antiseptic.
Yeah.
It'll heal wounds. And the petals of this very pretty yellow-like, orange-like daisy flower, they have skin-soothing properties, kind of like aloe in a way. And you see that a lot listed in natural cosmetics and diaper creams. But here's the thing. You can grow these pot marigold flowers. It makes a beautiful addition to your garden in the full sun. And then when you harvest the petals and dry the entire blooms, guess what?
What?
You now have this dried little mixture that you can now just kind of rub into your skin and have your instant little wound healing.
You're talking about
solution.
A salve?
Your own little salve.
Love
you could
it.
put
I would do that.
You would mix it with Vaseline, let's say, so it has, an agent to a delivery system, if you will.
A transdermal delivery system.
Hello.
Yeah.
So there you have your own homegrown herbal remedy.
Well, they sell mixing mediums.
Sure.
At those compound pharmacies. Where
They do.
You could actually throw that stuff in there, rub it on, and bam.
Done.
Cilantro
I love in a great salsa. And in a fish taco. I love it in everything. Cilantro, though, I didn't realize this, but, whether you love to eat it or not, I mean, it's also known as coriander. It is one of the main ingredients in Indian food, which we also love. But this has medicinal benefits. It's powerful for your digestion, and it's capable of removing, you're going to love this, you and your sauna, it'll remove heavy metals and toxins from your body.
That's right. I was told if you make a cilantro soup, which is actually really tasty. And then you kind of do that in combination with your sauna. Forget it. The toxins are falling on the floor.
You're going to say, you're looking at those metals, you're saying,
come on. You can vacuum the metal up off the floor. That's
you want a piece of me? Bring it on, metal.
Get away from me.
You call yourself heavy metal?
Duh. Get away. Get out.
So, I mean, why not have a cleansing cilantro pesto?
Ooh, that sounds... I love cilantro, like you said on the tacos.
So do that. So grow some cilantro, and now you're not only going to have it for your fish tacos, but you can have this to help yourself get the toxins out.
Yeah, you can.
Lemon balm. Now, this is not lemon. this is basically more from the mint family. The leaves look like mint, like you would see in the store or in the farmers markets. It has, the leaves are almost edged like. But what you want to do is, if you grow this, it's going to give you the calming effect as an herbal remedy. It's going to help your nervous system and your stomach or your tummy if you're having like a nervous.
Yeah.
You have a big event the next day and you're feeling a little nervous.
A little edgy.
You just put a little lemon balm in some tea. It's also going to help fight off viruses, and it's very effective when you apply it topically. But you can do it. It's very tasty and gentle in a tea for kids.
Well, my son gets the cold sores on his lips, so
it's going to help.
Be great for that.
It's good for the herpes virus.
Yeah.
I get a lot of cold sores too.
Yeah,
so try this, and all you have to do is grow it in your yard, and it's a great plant to grow. It's really easy to grow, and it uses it loses its potency maybe after 6 months, but why not give that a go? Lemon balm.
Great.
Peppermint. We love peppermint tea.
I do. I just made
it?
some in my house the other night.
What do you mean you made some?
Well, I boiled the peppermint tea leaves.
Oh, and you have the peppermint from your yard?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
And then I cooled it. I put a little tiny bit of sweetener in, and then I put some green tea in there and brewed it for a couple of minutes. Bam, baby.
Sounds fresh.
It was fresh and delightful. And look at me. I'm glowing.
You are?
Except I lost my voice. It went away.
Peppermint makes really stronger medicine than other cousins, but the peppermint mint, so you want to focus on that one and the other mints. It's great for digestion discomforts. It's great, like you talked about, with brewing tea, and it also will soothe sore muscles. So think of that. Think of having a nice container garden of mint, and especially peppermint.
And you know what is amazing to me? How much of this incredible stuff is contained in nature.
Yeah.
But then we have all these companies that create products that are basically emulating the stuff that you can just grow in your yard.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot of skincare products out there, and some are more well-known brands than others. And I actually purchased this one particular type of a lotion. I won't say which one it is. But they talk about how, for hundreds of years, they've been using products in nature like mushrooms. Mushrooms are good for your skin. Not like I'm getting a mushroom and scrunching it all over my face, but
well, again, and back to the coconut oil.
There you go.
It's an amazing moisturizer.
All right, so back to things you can grow too, and I guess you don't want to grow. You could try to grow coconuts. Could be tricky. Rosemary, even though Amy doesn't care for rosemary, right?
She hates it.
But you might still want to get some in your yard because it brings oxygen to your brain.
Oh boy, do I need that!
And it's the next best thing to what you're addicted to: coffee. It's a very stimulating alternative. It gives you that second wind when you need a nap at 3 p.m.
Wait a second. What do I do with it?
Rosemary.
I put it in do I just eat it?
Well, I'm going to tell you about it. So basically, first you want to grow it. It makes a beautiful bee-friendly evergreen hedge.
Yeah.
And you may only need one plant in your garden because a little bit goes a long way. And then in terms of what you're going to do to use it, well, you could put that in a sauce. Even though, I know that it may not be something that Amy likes.
Maybe when she's out of town, I'll make it.
Or you can also, you ready for this?
Yeah.
You can use it with some vodka.
Hey, now you're talking my language.
You can make a little cocktail. You can make it. You can make it into a chamomile with a tea. Sprinkle a little bit on there. Those are some ideas.
Okay.
But I think that you might want to consider bringing some rosemary to your
Now, I have rosemary like crazy in the front of my house.
Oh, okay.
It's everywhere. So now I'm going to try using it.
Okay.
Because you know what? Who doesn't need oxygen in their brain? I know I do. More than most.
You need air.
I need a lot more oxygen in my brain.
Oxygen. Thyme is another one. These are all classics, and this is a great ground cover. So now you're getting two for the price of one. The beautiful little delicate tender leaves become really pretty as a walkway and so forth. But since the Middle Ages in Europe, it's been thought that this is going to not only ward off nightmares, but it's going to also do great things as like an antiseptic to support your immune system. So
wait. Now, Dusty, my 8-year-old, came in the bed last night. So he stands at the edge of the bed and he says, I had another bad dream.
Oh.
So what was the dream? Oh, the guys come in the house and they rob and,
Oh, no.
So he gets in the bed and then I got to leave my own bed and go to a couch or go to his bed.
Or read him a story or get him distracted.
So I need to give him this.
Get him that.
Because he keeps having the nightmares.
So try again. It's very sweet tasting. There's citrus varieties, and by the way, it's perfect as a tummy remedy for children too.
Great.
So get some time and put it in something. Put it in a tea, put it in a sauce, and there you go.
Okay.
And he'll go to sleep and he'll be happy and not have nightmares. Lavender is the one must thing I want you to have for sure if you haven't already. We love how the plant looks. It has that kind of woody, the plant with the beautiful lavender purple flowers.
Yep.
And by the way, those flowers are edible. That you can put in lemonade, you can make shortbread cookies, you can put them in salad, and then you can also try it in a tea. But all of those things, it's going to help with insomnia, it's going to alleviate stress, and of course you see it a lot in creams and sunburn ointments to be a solution, if you will. So isn't that great?
And I love the look of lavender.
I love the look of lavender. So anyway, those are some fun homegrown, who knew?
Those are great things.
Herbal remedies. Yeah. And we'll put the whole list up there on the website for you. And when we come back, we'll give you a few more of them, plus some great ideas in terms of using these herbs now as a beautiful front border, if you will. So now that you're growing these herbal remedies, how do you make it pretty?
Make it design.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
You're listening to Home Wizards. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole. We're back in a flash. You're listening to Home Wizards. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to improve your home and improve your life. Wasn't that fun talking about herbal remedies that you can grow?
I know. It's amazing because, it's all in nature. You just got to figure out how to find it, cultivate it, make it into a salve or a tea or something. Mm-hmm. It's going to help you.
And I think that it's neat that this can be something that we have on our balcony in a container in our yard. And so now that we know that whether it's lavender or cilantro or lemon balm or mint or rosemary and thyme, and the list goes on, and we have the whole list on the website, yourhomewizards.com, the herbal remedies you can grow. But now how do you kind of lay them out to make it pretty? You know?
That's it. There's such beautiful colors in all these in all these herbs, especially the lavender. So how would you arrange that in a walkway or border or garden bed?
Exactly. So for instance, if you're going to have the English lavender and the sage, that kind of gives you that look that almost feels cottagey in a way. And, once it's established, the herbs are only going to need a little bit of water, which is very good. So now, you're getting so much out of it. It's fragrant, it's water, drought tolerant, it has herbal remedies. It's just going to be amazing because it gives you all these benefits. So here are some other indispensable herbs to add to that. While you have the lavender, you're going to want to try to have the basil, because you got to have the basil, right?
Oh, love the basil.
Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, yeah. By the way, the basil makes me so happy in my sauce. I make the marinara that people come for miles to have. Oh.
So, you want to have the basil and you have the lavender, and then maybe mix it up with some grasses. I think that because the lavender is going to be the tallest feature, you'd probably have that at the back of your, if it's a border, closest to your house or, away from the walkway. And then closer to the walkway itself, you'll have something a little closer, a lower hugging, more like a rosemary, let's say,
Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's see, some great garden border designs. Let's say that you have kind of a sunny area and you want to combine not only some herbs, but maybe you want to bring in some succulents.
Succulents? Who are you, Sean Connery all of a sudden?
Some succulents. And so think of maybe mixing up, I love the idea of the contrast colors of succulents, like the golden bamboo that brings you that kind of a yellow and burnt orange look, combined with a yucca, or an agave, I should say, that comes in almost a silver blue, and then pink echeveria, and it gives you that almost a carpet of gray blue, and you keep repeating those hues over and over again.
That's beautiful. That sounds beautiful.
So you're having layers. You want to have the really tight to the ground, and then also you might want to consider this bronze tinged. It's called Sundowner, and it's very striking, and it looks great against the icy blue agave. So you have the silver blue, you have almost the purple, and then the golden and bronzy colors. Isn't that great?
Oh man, it's just like a quilt of beauty.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah. So that could be a terrific little border option while you're accenting not only your herbs but just other plants to kind of get people to come closer to your front door.
Great.
If you have shade, you might want to think of warming it up with certain kind of plants that not only look and survive well in shade, but carry the hues kind of throughout the border for the overall kind of the harmony, if you will. So, for instance, if you will, trying something like a blood good arch. Now, what this does, it has this ability, kind of like a tree, and it arches just over when you're walking down the walkway. So it's a bush, and it just kind of gives you almost like your natural archway. And it comes with kind of a red and an orange color that floats above, and then on the base you would have kind of a chartreuse foliage that kind of gives you a designed carpet flow on the base of your border itself.
Glory, I love the arbors.
Yeah,
it's amazing. What do you love to populate the arbor with? What's the best viney thing that you can do?
Boy, I think there are dozens and dozens of vines. I mean, it's really up to you, and it's up to the sun.
Sure.
Because I've experimented with different vines, and even though you use your Sunset Bible, the Garden Bible, or there are different apps out there, it truly is a blend of where you live. Even though you live in a sunny place or a shady place, it may just need to be moved like a foot. So, for instance, I've tried different vines, and to me, my favorite vines are the ones that work. I mean, when I'm told it's a flowering vine, and I go to a parking lot, and that vine, then they aren't even loving it, and it's like blooming with flowers, and mine at home, when we've been feeding it and watering it, and there's not a single flower, I'm not loving that vine anymore.
No, I know.
So I can't really tell you. I mean, I'd say my answer would be successful experiences with vines, because there are different kinds. There's kinds that are just just variegated leaves. There's flowering. There's the kind that attract hummingbirds. There's roses. I don't know. I mean,
and then there's like the
jasmine.
Like the potato
fragrant
vine. It's just, it's so common, and it doesn't really do much, but it does work.
There's a great vine that we bought that we put out by our hot tub a few years back, and it's called passion fruit vine.
Oh.
And it's really exotic, and it has this flower that's so complex because it looks almost like a fruit. It has neon green leaves, and on the inside it has like a magenta and purple and a little bit like a vanilla cream inside. And these are the flowers, but it's an evergreen, so it always has the leaf, and then these flowers just keep spilling out. And it was actually easy to grow, and it was different. It wasn't the same that everybody else has. So to answer your question, I think it's a very personal choice, but the most important thing is just to get smart and make sure that it's going to do what you want it to do. Because that's disappointing. You create your archway or your trellis.
And then it's just all brown.
And it's a dud.
Nothing's happening. Hate it.
I love the idea of having a colorful border for 3 seasons, and flowers that bloom over a longer season, require only a modest amount of water. And so that's going to be a great entryway border. It's going to take you then down the pathway to your backyard, to your front door. So just you want to make sure you're, again, choosing the right plants for the right sunlight, that's going to give you the most bang for the buck from spring to summer all the way into fall. So here are some examples of sunny border options, that are going to get you through, let's say, 3 different seasons. One might be to have just a bunch of blues. Think of all the different kinds of borders that you can create with blue. And then like light blue, dark blue, and a little bit of white.
Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty when they're all sort of intermeshed, the different tones of blue? It's gorgeous. It's refreshing, and it goes with anything, And so I think that when you have almost that kind of a style, or all whites. Have you seen great borders with all whites? I have, yeah. That's glorious too. Yeah. Or you can think of maybe having a border plan that combines, again, more of the catmint, or bog sage. It almost gives you kind of more of an exotic tropical vibe that's kind of winding around with all of these plants that, that aren't as expected or as obvious. Yeah. Boy, we sure saw some great examples of the varieties of plants as they show up, especially at the Rose Parade. I mean, how they use these great plants to create such amazing color, and it's such a great way to kind of get inspired to create color combinations, Can't wait to do that broadcast again.
That's right, we will. Have you ever thought about doing a border? Because we were talking about different ways to create a border around your entry or your garden, but what about around the pool? If you have a pool, I mean, you can still do the same thing with that, creating purples and lavenders and silvery, dusty shrubs, if you will, with different heights, that give you that visual impact, and it's right by the pool, and it's kind of softening up the hardscape.
You know what I saw last summer, and I'll see again because I'm going to a wedding there this summer in the Hamptons. They've got a lot of the pools where the grass comes right up to the pool.
Ooh, that sounds neat.
There's only like 5 or 6 inches of stone on the top, but it's all lawn. And it just almost like an infinity pool.
I was going to say, it feels like an infinity pool.
It's absolutely beautiful.
That's a brilliant design.
Because you don't need all that concrete. It just ends up...
And you know
it's
what?
not as safe because it's slippery with the kids and stuff.
You aren't slipping.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
And it feels good to your feet.
It does.
Oh,
it's
how
amazing.
great.
It's a really nice
Take pictures.
look.
I want to see that.
Yeah, you bet.
All right, when we come back, we have some more great stuff to share with you. We've got some great summer project ideas that are going to be really easy and fun and practical. Things that you may not even think of, like keeping bugs away with things that you might have around the house. A great home project for the summer.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Home Wizards, Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole. We have more fun things to share with you because we love to help improve your home and improve your life. We're back right after this.